It's me, Barry. Today we're gonna go see if we can take a look at a 1941 Buick 8 Coupe. Not much left. This is a 1941 Buick 8. And I think it's a Super, but it may be a Roadmaster. But it's seen better days. Looks like it's been here for a very long time. Well, looks like the plate's gone. There's no way to, with my knowledge, there's no way to know if it's a Super or a Roadmaster. I'm sure there are subtle details that I'm not aware of that would tell you, but she's been here for a long time. Straight 8 engine. Yeah, I assume this would be the 248 straight 8. They made a larger version that was a 3-something. This engine used to be red, and as you can see, the car used to be green. That's some of the old paint is still on there, and that looks like a vent. Well, they didn't have air conditioning back then, so that's your air conditioner right there. Well, that looks like that may be the battery tray. It had a weird shaped battery. Yeah, that's probably the battery tray right there. I don't know if you can even see that, but it had a kind of a long, slender battery. It was 6 volt. This car was 6 volt. But the valve cover, which is no longer there, the engine was red, and the valve cover once had written on it in its former glory days back in 1941, it said Buick Fireball, valve and head, Dynaflash 8. Now just think, 1941, that was state of the art to have overhead valves in 1941, because the Ford Flathead 8 V8, I think they used that Flathead V8 up to the mid 50s. I may be wrong, but somewhere around there. So Buick had a straight 8 with overhead valves in 1941. This must have been quite a car. Hope there's not a copperhead hiding under here. Yeah, this one had the single 2-barrel. Some of them had the dual 2-barrel carbs. No master cylinder for brakes, because it would have been down on the bottom. The pedals would have gone straight down into the floor. But it's a You can see by the remnants of the body here. I guess it collapsed, or I don't know, a tree might have fallen on it. I no telling what happened, but I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure it was a coupe. It may have been, I think, what they called the sedanette. It was kind of like a fastback. I'm not sure. You really can't tell. The back of the body is underneath there, and I can't do much for that. And there's probably a nest of copperheads or water moccasins under there, and I don't want to disturb them. Where? Oh, that must be the hood over there. Yep, that's the old hood that once sat on top of that straight 8. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of reptiles underneath there. Northwest Louisiana, you never can tell what you might come across. Look at that hood ornament. Yep. 1941. Looked like the springs for one of the seats. I don't know if you can see that. Some poison ivy there I don't want to touch. There's some of the glass still there. And a guinea wasp. It doesn't try to sting me. Well, there's the old rear end still in there. Got some big coil springs on the back. There's an old gas tank. There's the back bumper. I hope there's not a snake here. It looks like a remnant of one of the tail lights. There's the trunk lid latch. There's the old, I don't know if you can even see this, the old emblem that went on the back. I heard that there was a red lens on each side of the emblem. It said Buick 8, and the lenses would actually turn on like little arrow tail light turn signals when you turned on the turn signals on the car. I don't know if that was all models or just special ones. There's a wheel on this one still. Got a tire on it still. And that's some ancient looking tread right there. Oh, this must be the radio. There's a plate on it. Serial number on the radio. What's been living down under there in the radio? You can hardly tell it's a radio. It was a big radio. And heavy too. You see it had an X in the frame. A lot of older cars had an X in the frame, and an X in the frame cuts down the body flex quite a bit. Even cars in the 50s still had, some of them had X's in the frame. Rot it out. And I hope I don't get on a snake. There could be one under here. And I just put the camera in the spider webs, didn't I? Had a 120 mile per hour speedometer. Still got the chrome on the steering wheel. Just think, this car was probably built sometime before September or October 1941, which means this car was brand new when the Japanese struck Pearl Harbor, attacked Pearl Harbor in December of 1941. So this car, you can say, when Pearl Harbor was attacked, this car, she still had the smell of a brand new car. She must have been a gorgeous car back then. Now she's a decaying corpse in the woods. Sad, but she didn't survive. She wasn't a survivor. There's a brick somebody probably busted some of the windows out with once upon a time ago. But it's something how there's where the radio once sat. I'm sure it probably had a speaker there where that grill is. They didn't have speakers all over the place back then. They would have just had one right there behind that grill. Rest in peace.